Hello, hello, and welcome back for more Kenshi. We had a bit of a training arc off camera here, and our main, well, our whole gang here of 3 people are all at least now confident enough to go out in the wilderness without immediately exploding. And good timing, too, because, well, getting our research up and stockpiling some materials, even though a lot of them are, you know, stolen. All that stuff. And, eating during this time. Spending money on certain things. We are low on funds. And that is why it's time for everybody to go out on an adventure. To make us some money. And of course, you know, accomplish other goals as we go. But I'm thinking we're gonna head kinda south, kinda west. I think we're gonna go through Shecklands here. And then down past the swamp and maybe see if we could do some stealing down here in the southern United Cities. And then I think we're going to go buy up a bunch of hashish and try and go sell it down here in Flats Lagoon. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. We're just gonna kind of roll with it. So first thing, let's head towards Squeen. I think this is gonna be our first time. Well, we've been to Squin before, of course. Bought a few things there, stolen a few things there. But, our first time really going to Shecklands other than just Squeen. We're not gonna hang around long. I'm more interested in, making some money down south and then using that to do a nice big smuggling run. That should make us a pretty penny. And we can just, of course, see what kind of shenanigans we get up to along the way. Now, methinks we got enough food to keep us for a little while, but it might be good to have one person go in and maybe just buy up some dried meat or something as extras. Just in case we end up going away from civilization for a protracted period. We ignore the Shek. They are small time in our world. We're not carrying anything illegal, so let's go ahead and keep it pushing towards the Tech Hunter's way station. Well, we got the whole dialogue about standing still when there's a herd of Garu, but we can't be bothered. We're just going. And of course, we are going at the speed of our weakest link here, which is our science guy, Helly, who has 34 athletics. But with how much traveling around the world we're gonna be doing, he'll be catching up pretty quick here. Alright, now we do see an exile camp here. We could, try and waylay their leader, turn him in for a bounty. My man, you calling Garu full cute out here? You're ruining your street cred. Hate to tell you, Edred. Alright, I don't see anything we can't live without. Yep, definitely not. Alright. We always check, though. We always check at these merchants. Sometimes they have something crazy out of nowhere. I clicked the wrong dialogue option. I got a lot of these blueprints that I can't actually learn yet back at the hideout in the hub. Not terribly worried about that. And nothing else that we just really need right now. We are going to need more books eventually, but we can steal those pretty reliably from Holy Nation mechanical shops. Now, if we wanted to add quite a bit of time to our journey here, we could kind of stake this camp out until nighttime and have Edred go in solo, knock him out, and then we could drag him to frickin' AdMag. But it's early in the day, so how about we look around the Sten Desert first. Head towards the Great Fortress. We've got a lot of our map filled out from buying maps, but it's not everything. It's not everything that's in these places. Oh. Who are you? Hive traders? Oh, yep, Hive Caravan. We don't really need their services right now. We do have some triangle bandits up here. These guys are not really very easy to handle with low-level parties. And they do a lot of damage, so let's just try and avoid that fight for right now, huh? On and on through the desert we go. You can see we're already up to 35 athletics. Good. And he is wearing sandals, so at least we get a speed boost even with his lower athletic skill. There we go, we've discovered New Kralia. That'll be one of the other bounties in this area we could hunt down to get us a little pocket change. But with those discovered, I think we are going to just go... Oop. Who these guys? Oh, nomadic bandits. These guys are somewhat tough as well, so we're gonna just go ahead and exit the situation. And we took some hits doing so. But alas, I mean, I could have microed our way out of that without a hitch, but where's the fun in that? Anybody still behind us? Doesn't look like it. We've got some ruins, but probably nothing terribly valuable here. But it's worth a shot. All of you, be medical to one another. Yes, I see zero, literally zero loot here. Empty ruins, what a surprise! Now what do we have up here? I believe, if I remember correctly, it's berserkers. My love for you is like a truck berserker. Would you like some making something? Berserker. So let's actually pull up kinda behind the hill here. Everybody sneaky mode. But Edred's still got the best skills. I've been training up everybody else a little bit as well, but Edred's got the best skills. There he is, Ghost. He's got a massive Me Too weapon and 10,000 cat bounty on his head. but with 50 assassino, I'm not sure we would have any actual chance of knocking him out. But maybe we could lead him and just him alone away and micro beat the hell out of him. Oh, this one's got a small bounty on her. Get bonked. That failed. That failed, and I have taken a wound. How unfortunate. But not many have come. And our other guys are still stealthed up here. Can you take just the one chick, Edred? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. We need to get him one right behind the other again. You absolute buffoon, what were you thinking? Well, time to lead them away. I've taken a grievous wound. How unfortunate. Start patching yourself up, bud. Go on, get your arm back in socket and let's go. Not exactly our most shining moment of glory, is it? I have a feeling that Senlin and Helly wouldn't have helped that much in this fight, considering their quite low in comparison combat skills. Well, it was worth a shot. We come out mostly unscathed. Oh well. Sneaking did not work there. Maybe we could get him caught up with whoever the hell this is. A great rich man. Hello, Mr. Great Rich Man. Would you like to fight some berserkers? It appears you would not. So be it. We'll go and grab our friends and get the hell out of here. We're just gonna bypass these berserkers altogether. Why should I bother with you? You're not making me any money. Especially not easy money. This is, after all, a business. And business is not very good right now. We need to, you know, make money. Alright. Here we go. Let's just keep heading south down here. We could maybe take a stop at Koro. And then down to Clownland. On down to Clown Town. Okay, onward. They're still following. Brother, give it up. Sorry, random lady, that you have to suffer the suffer the consequences of my action. Oopsie daisies, as they say. Oopsie daisies. Alright. Through the swamp. The swamp we go. The land of blood spiders and the worst kind of weebs. You know, the weebs that don't shower. The champions of Nurgle. We're just gonna bypass all that and go for the South Wetlands. Which is like the swamp, but less awful. Is that the same too? Well. Maybe, town guards will have to be the solution. Because, well, okay, Edred's arm isn't completely crippled now. But, I don't want to have to fight these guys like that. They still a coming, alright. Well then, let's see how you like town guards, me boys. We'll see how you like that. If we don't get one of our people just running off into the distance for no reason here. Always love that. You know, the classic Kenshi move. Oof. This is what the swamp and the wetlands do to your computer, folks. Alright. Let us head up there to Crow. Why? Are you all stupid or something? Great, now we get to spend more money on fixing you idiots up because you decided not to run when I told you to run. Lovely. That's just amazing. Alright, well, you patch yourself up. Edred, lead them to the town. You've got medkits, use them. Patch up your leg enough that you can limp over to Helly and patch him up before he frickin' dies. That was awful. Are they still behind you? They are. Excellent. Keep going. Go heal your friend. Oh, I thought you wanted this. I thought you wanted this. I thought you wanted this. Come on. Come on, Mr. 10,000 bounty on your head, man. Well, you're afraid of a few samurai guards? Or have you suddenly taken a vow of pacifism? Ladies and gents, I think he's suddenly taken a vow of pacifism. His friend, it appears, has not. Alright. Well. Oh, great. She's got one arm and he's in a recovery coma. Well, I guess you gotta go get your friends, bud. And slowly limp them to town. So I think our little 10,000 bounty Shek friend has left the building. Unfortunate. I thought we could work it out there, but we gotta pick up our friends. All right. We are gonna be moving incredibly slow for a while. So, I'll limp these guys to town, and unless anything crazy happens along the way, we'll see you there. Holy shit, we did it. I barely had time to hit the unpause button here. Dude just walked past us on our way back to, our way to Crow, rather. And, we somehow successfully did the assassino on him with a 2% chance. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll also take your ridiculously valuable sword that I should probably keep, but won't because greed. Take your medkit and everything else off you, though. And, it's unfortunate that we can't really pick you up right now, so what we're going to do... Did his body just vanish? Did I just lose object permanence, or did this man's corpse just vanish before our eyes? Well, not even corpse, knocked out. Yeah, I'm not losing it. We have his stuff. Well, that, I'm not sure anyone's gonna believe me on that one. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe I'm getting the swamp madness. That's it. It's definitely the swamp madness. We're gonna take all your gear either way. I mean, why not? You're worth a bounty as well. So, you know, patch her up. Seems like every time I do that, well, you know, we'll be back if anything crazy happens. Otherwise, this. It's always how it goes. That spawns it. That's the, like, RNG trigger. Now, let's stabilize her enough that we could run her back. And what I think I'm going to do real quick is Endred is going to pick her up and run to the closest Czech settlement, which would be Great Fortress. Though I don't think, yeah, Great Fortress has a police station. So These two will wait here. Obviously, Helly's not going anywhere. He's in a recovery coma, and Sellen's got a crippled arm and a crippled leg. She ain't going anywhere. So, Edred will make this trip real quick. We'll check in on him when he gets to Great Fortress, and then we'll be back. There's just a funny thing here. Uh, apparently, it has us, the world state has us having defeated the Berserker because, well, Shek Kingdom is back in control of this village. They don't have a police station here, so we can't turn in this bounty here. But it's not that long of a run to the Great Fortress from here. Edred's fast, and Thenlin as well has recovered enough from her arm injury to carry Helly into town. So we'll be able to get them healed up as well. But I just wanted to point out that funny little note as we continue to carry this bounty in. I know it's not a very big bounty, but I figure it's the little bit of relations we get with the shack for each bounty is worth it right now, so that they might overlook more some of our shenanigans in the future, to put it lightly. Alright. Not saying we're gonna be allies or friends with them, more like, I do a kindness or two for you so you overlook all the things I'm stealing from you and all the crime I'm committing in your territory. Teehee. How quirky of me to have smuggled kilos upon kilos of hashish through your kingdom. That's just a little oopsie daisy. But remember when I did that? You know, remember when I apprehended a few criminals you wanted? Alright. Let's order them up in there. Alright, if I remember correctly. Yep, the police station is over here. Let's go turn in that bounty. Alright, cool, couple thousand cats. Nothing crazy. What I will likely do is, on our way back here, I'll stop at the former Berserker village, since there is a bar there now, and sell off some of the gear that those Berserkers had. But it's gonna be another long journey back, so we'll be back either when the journey's over or when something silly happens again. Alright, Edred has just arrived in Crow. We did go ahead and stop and sell the loot, weapons, and armor from the Berserkers. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the big bounty, but we got at least a small one. And we just got chased into the town by sand ninjas and the gate, or not sand ninjas, swamp ninjas. And the gate guards are nowhere to be seen, so we're probably gonna have to fight this man ourselves. Oh, there's the guard. There's a guard. Well, don't mind if I help myself here. Anything you've got on that is worth more than a penny. And we're gonna go ahead and pick you up and take you straight to the police station for a bounty there, buddy. Thank you for your contribution. And if there's one faction we're gonna need to try and stay in the good graces of to fuel our criminal enterprise, it is likely the United Cities, so... Oh, this one doesn't have a bounty? How unfortunate. Well, either way, let's then meet up with our team. Because they should both be fully healed by now. Yep, they're actually in better shape than Edred is. He's still got a little bit of healing to do on that arm, but should be fine. Should be fine. Now, the real question is there a Shinobi Thieves here? There is. Right next to the police station. How convenient. Now, I see there is a bit of a hullabaloo down here at the gate still, so we should probably head down there and scoop up what we can. Gotta be a opportunist sometimes. Take their gear, take their money. Is that the only one? Wow. Well, there'll be a few more cats at least, huh? These are worth a fair little bit. But too bad it appears this one also does not have a bounty on his head. Unfortunate. The ones with bounties on their head actually get to live because they go to jail. Or they, you know, give them at least rudimentary health care. Alright. So. Yeah, there is a certain strat to this game, which is, you know, slavery for economic reasons. Allowing yourself to be enslaved so that you don't have to pay for food. Alright, let's check in with the old weapon trader here. Sell off some of this stuff and take a gander at the wares. Ooh, that would be quite nice, but it would also be most of our money. And, I mean, we are gonna make more money, but you know, it's just... screw it. That's the one we were looking at, right? No. This is the one we were looking at, the Pathfinder's Saber. You know, I think we're gonna give this cutlass to Heli then and take his staff and sell it. Staffs are cool and all, but your it was literally just the only only weapon I had when we were equipping him. So we're back where we were money-wise when we started the journey. But that's okay, cause well, I think we are going to rob this place blind this evening. I think we're gonna rob the very weapon shop that I just bought stuff from. And then continue on down. Probably, or actually, probably go back up north. Go sell all that stuff in like Shark. Go around to the swamp villages, buy up a bunch of ashish, and then zoom past Caton and Morn. Or we could bypass them by skirting the border of Shem and the Burning Forest and go to Flats. I think that to sell, I think that's a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and you guys just wait there. You are gonna wait for the shop to close up, and then we're gonna see if we can swipe anything. So now we wait. Alright. Shop's been closed for a little bit now. Let's go ahead and get in there. See what we can swipe. There is a shop guard right here. Let's see if we can knock them out. Nope. Time to leave. You two leave separately. That shop guard was having none of that business. Oh, we took a hit in the escape there. It's alright, this isn't the first time we've had to book ass out of a town. Does mean we're going to have to not go on a theft spree through the whole southern UC though. What is all this going on? Swamp ninjas are fighting missionaries. Well, good for them, I guess. We need to just put some good distance between us and this town for a little while. That bounty shouldn't last for too long. It won't be too long. But what an excuse to go back to the swamp and buy up some ashish. Did also buy some food while we were in the My Love For You is Like a Truck Berserker village. So we should be good for a little while. We can spend our money, our hard-earned money, on hash and make a bit of a profit, huh? At least until we can, you know, really secure ourselves an outpost. I've been thinking about, you know, an actual out in the wilderness outpost slash hideout for us, and if we can remove the threat of the swamp ninjas somewhere out here in the wetlands, would be perfect. Even like up here by the slave market that's down here, we'd be right there to be able to run through the high bone fields and across the bone fields to Flats Lagoon and just have a nice short trade route. But of course, before that is a possibility, we're going to need to stockpile a bunch of materials and, you know, expand our roster a bit to be able to defend a place like that, and then, you know, operate our little farm, quote unquote, there. We're gonna need some more goons to defend it, and we're going to need some, you know, farm hands and such to actually do the manual labor of it. And of course, all that is going to require money, especially the recruiting goons part. You know, when it comes to farmhands and stuff, we'll have that slave market nearby we can always just buy from, but, yeah, skilled goons, skilled henchmen. That's a premium. That's a premium price thing, right? Oh, I gotta love swamp loading times. I'm actually going to just go ahead and do another one of my famous little cuts here until we get to the next swamp village, so that we're not just spending this entire episode walking through loading hell. Alright, we made it to our first swamp village. Let us see what they've got here. No hash. None. Literally zero hash. I see no hash here. I mean, I see plenty of hemp, but the whole reason we came here is to not have to, not have to do all that, but that's fine. This is just one of many, and the next one we're going to is the big town here of Shark. So we'll see if we have better luck there. Or see if the pathfinding here takes us in circles forever and I have to micro my whole way there, because that's probably my absolute favorite thing about the swamp. You know, it's not the having to stop and load every 2 seconds. That's mostly mitigated by having a nice SSD, especially in M.2. No, it's the pathfinding being even crazier than normal. What am I complaining about? I love this game. Alright, well, now that we're here, Edred is going to go ahead and go around and see how much hash he can find us in this town. Ah yes, no hash acquired as of yet, but we did acquire a bar fight. My favorite kind of fight. We start it, and then we get to sit back and watch everybody get their asses beat. And, just grab all their stuff while we're at it. Yeah. This weapon was worth taking, but that was about it. I gotta love a good old-fashioned gang war in a bar. That we just inadvertently started a, local politics shifting gang war. It's just music to my ears. And just having a lovely time stripping the bodies of the losing side. Can I say, we came here to make money, and if I'm not finding any hash to sell, I might as well just take something else. That guy got beat so hard he got up on the bar. There we go. And they all fall down. How nice of them to turn over all of their things to me. Yeah, that guy helped us out so much. Give him a little healing, huh? Well, this is just the ow. Excuse me. Why am I being shot at? Apparently somebody's very mad at me. Wow, another fight started. This time with some drunken bar thugs and ugly bar thugs. Oh wow, for some reason the hounds are hostile with me as well now. For God only knows what reason. That's just not cool, man. Did we, no, we didn't, like, get some actual bad blood with them. They're just pissed at me. I might have to... This might be another time we have to temporarily vacate, unfortunately. In the process of beating the hell out of all these stone rats, I've somehow angered the swampers in general. And it appears the side that hangs out here is losing. Well, everyone, just make a break for it. Make a break for it, the others can catch up. Ooh, that's a lot of turrets. Ooh, that's a lot of turrets. Hopefully they are not also mad at, my other guys. I was thinking we could squeeze through there, but apparently not. Apparently we gotta go through this wee little gate. Now these swampers don't hate me, it's just this guy. It's just this guy. Or those guys, rather. I what crawled up his particular ass. Or that group's particular ass, rather. But hey, I'm more than willing to steal their stuff off of their bodies. Yeah! So let's have these two come and meet me here. So we can strip these goons. And go sell it to someone else. Since they want to not play nice, we can just sell all of your clothes. Not much of a revenge, but hey, you know, is what it is. So, I think then we'll try and head to the next swamper village. Actually, we could head back to this one first. No, not if you're gonna go back through there that way. If that's the case, then we'll go ahead and just head for out of here. Whichever way out of here is. We'll head somewhere where we haven't pissed too many people off recently. Which means it can't be United Cities, unfortunately. It'll probably be a day at least before they're done being ticked off at me. Okay, yep. No, we're gonna have to just manually microwave our way out of here. It is pathfinding hell through here. There we go. I think we've escaped the worst of it. No, 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 no. I want you to. You're telling me you really can't get down off of this little thing here? I've watched you guys climb down from far steeper on your own. This is just getting silly, isn't it? I really don't want to have to cross back through Hound territory now. Since they've decided it's swamp apocalypse time. Oh, they truly have. The Hounds and the Black Shifters are beating the hell out of each other all over this place. With a few normies caught in the crossfire. What a bloodbath we've begun. Random blood spider. Yeah, the hounds are not happy with us, apparently. Just in general. Well, that's fine. We're just going to book it. I'm going to find us a way out of here real quick. Might take a few, so that's why we're going to cut for a bit. But we'll be back when we find our way out of Swamper Hell. Alright, we made it out of there by just straight booking it. Made it to this swamp village over here. Let's see if we can sell off some of this junk here. Make us a good small chunk of change. Good, good. Not a lot, but a little bit of money. Sure, I'll buy some goggle blueprints. That never know when that could come in handy. Otherwise, I think we're gonna continue on. We'll check check the other swamp village in this area real quick, in the hopes that they've got some of the good stuff in stock. But if not, we're going to have to reevaluate and maybe move forward with our ideas of making our own hash farm quicker. We'll see, though. We'll see. For now, we've got another probably not too eventful run through the swamp, so we'll be back either when something crazy happens or when we get there. Well, very unfortunate news. I decided to check basically every swamp village I could, and nobody's got any of the good stuff. At least not that I can find without starting a massive brawl, but you know, I know who will. So we are going to actually leave the swamp, and we're going to head over to Vane and hit up Bing 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 Hive villages, because usually they'll have just a little bit of the good stuff. And well, if not, then this was a big old mission failure, and we'll pivot to something else, like, I don't know, maybe kidnapping random strangers on the roadway and selling them to the slavers or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But we'll run over there real quick, and then we'll decide from there. We also did sell off the rest of the equipment we had pilfered from people, so we're at least a few thousand cats ahead of where we were at the start of this little expedition. But alas, as I said, we'll be back when we get to the Hive Village, or if we run into something just absolutely wacky. Alright, we've just arrived in Vane, and apparently I've got a single dust bandit on my tail, so you know what, why don't we just deal with him real quick. Oh, you decided to bring friends. Well, it's no longer fun for me. It's no longer as fun for me as it was before. I was hoping we could just, you know, smack the hell out of the dust boss real quick and get him out of the way. Oh, you fool. Why would you ever do that stupid block that never works? Oof. You know what? Y'all aren't fun to play with anymore. We got our little bit of mandatory training in there. I don't want to micro this all night. We came here with a mission. But hey, if you just want to give yourself up on a silver platter like that, then I'm not gonna say no. Alright, now it's becoming bothersome. I thought I highlighted you as well, buddy. Let's go. Let's get the hivers involved. They'll take care of this lickety-split with massive, overwhelming numbers. Ah, just look at them go. Isn't it beautiful? Flop, flop, flop indeed. My favorite silly little bugman. Doing silly little bugman things. Yeah, well, you know, grab a few things off of corpses. We do love our scavenging end of the day. Ooh, there we go. The dust bosses stuff. That's the big money stuff. He was carrying 1,500 cats. Well, thank you for your contribution, friend. And, you know, a little more toughness XP for our boy Edred here. Even if it was involuntary this time. Alright. To the hive shop. Away. Factory robotics shop. Does hive just have robotics shops? Well, let's see. Let us see. Well, you can at least buy all this crap off of me. That's a wee little bit of money. Factory. Hive trader. Okay. Hello, Mr. Hive Trader Man. Give me your finest 11 hashish. Good. Good. Alright. We acquired some of the good stuff. I think while we're between episodes, we'll probably go and, you know, go to the other hive villages and see if we can grab some more. And then next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll be making our first smuggling run to Flats Lagoon. We'll probably take the since we're up here already, we'll probably take the Shem route, which is to go through the border zone here, cut just a tiny bit through Skinner's Room, cut across Shem, avoid Laser Town here, over to Flat Lagoon, where they will buy this stuff at a premium. So, for now, I think that's where we'll leave it off here. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.